And we are live. Poppasteves here, setting up the chat, back into our world. And here we are. Oh, 7:56 a.m. on May the 30th, 2026. Holy cow, another month is gone. Well, I've come up with a system here. I've been playing a lot with crafters, doing a bunch of different crafting ideas, and I craft a whole bunch of stuff. Dispensers, iron bars, iron blocks. But our little crafters have a little problem. In sense, they're a little slow. They have a tendency to overflow. So I've developed a system here to solve that problem. Here I got my typical sugarcane farm, you know, nothing special. Minecarts roll underneath, and the observers observe the growth. It breaks the sugarcane, the minecarts pick it up and deposit into this chest. Any of these farms, this could be bamboo too, we could use it for bamboo farms too. But the farms have a tendency to produce a lot, which in turn will overflow the crafter. The crafter can only handle so much sugarcane, in this case, at a time. So what I've done is all the sugarcane, when it gets harvested, the minecart picks it up, it'll put it into this chest. I have a comparator here, this lovely little device, very confusing device. Most people don't understand how to use them, and I'm still learning. But all the sugarcane comes into this chest. If this chest gets full, it'll send a signal up here, powering all the pistons and basically stopping all sugarcane growth. So that keeps my sugarcane from overflowing. You know, you end up on a lot of these farms, the system will get full, minecart gets full, sugarcane gets harvested, and then just sits here on the ground, and you know, and create lag, and depending on how big your farm is. Okay, so that controls our sugarcane production, how much we make. Now, as I was saying, the problem we have is the crafter is slow, and the sugarcane produces a lot of sugarcane all at once. That will flood the system. So we needed as a regulator. What's a regulator? Well, it's a system to control the flow, slow down the sugarcane drops, slow it down to a speed that our crafter can handle. How I achieve this is with a dropper. When sugarcane goes into the dropper, we give it a clock signal. I've slowed this clock down. Everything's 4 ticks, so it's a nice slow pulse. And it will, each pulse, spit out a single sugarcane stalk. This sugarcane goes down into your typical crafter. It has a comparator. Can we see this? Yeah, we have a comparator in subtraction mode, monitoring how much sugarcane is in the crafter. When it reaches the right signal strength, which in this case is 2, it'll power the crafter and get it to craft whatever. Now, I said this was unbreakable. So what I also do is I monitor the chest that has the paper. If this chest gets too full, it sends a signal through the comparator. The signal will come up here, power this repeater, power this block, turning off the clock, turning off the dropper. So the dropper will no longer drop any more sugarcane into our crafter. When the dropper stops, that means the sugarcane will start building up inside this chest and signal the sugarcane to stop. Okay, so that's me trying to explain it as awkwardly as possible like this. But let's give this a go. So let's say our sugarcane got very productive and we got a whole bunch of sugarcane all at once. That little bit of sugarcane that I just put in would normally stop the and flood the crafting table. But because of the regulator, it just slowly spits out the sugarcane, giving the old crafter lots of time to fill up. And as we can see, we just get a constant flow of paper. It's the dropper that's making the system work by controlling or regulating the flow of sugarcane from our farm. So even though there's still a backup in here, it's the dropper controlling how much actually flows into our crafter. So there it is. That is my totally unbreakable system. Now I'm hoping that this will be enough sugarcane to produce enough signal strings. It only needs one more and it should turn off the dropper. Allowing us not to get too much sugarcane all at the same time. Now, you have read the description. I don't just want paper. I'm not here to craft up paper. I don't need that much paper. I do need some, but not loads and loads and loads of it. But what I do want is rockets. Not only do I want rockets, I want all three levels of rockets. Level 1s, level 2s, level 3s, depending on whatever I want. So, do I have any supplies with me? Well, I do have droppers. And I do have a single crafter. And I do have building blocks, so that's good. We're in good shape here. So, my unbreakable machine. Well, it's not. I still gotta watch out for creepers. Creepers are not a good thing. That will break my crafter. Sorry. Guess not unbreakable. Not creeper proof. But as long as I go to bed regular, we're in good shape. So, how to make this system work? We use droppers. We will need a crafter and a second dropper. First one for gunpowder, second one for gunpowder, and the third one for gunpowder. Now, to do, take some hoppers down. So the first dropper will drop paper into our crafter. The second dropper will drop gunpowder. Did I do that right? Yep. And if we want level 2 or level 3, these will all have. I'm going to make this too close. I'm going to make this too close. Leave it to me. So, next step to make this auto rocket powered unbreakable paper machine will be comparators. Comparators will monitor. You know what? I think I'm going to change this because I believe a comparator will be able to read through a solid block. Should have got more blocks. So if we extend this, don't lose any comparators. So I can actually do this. And place a comparator here. Let's just test this. So if item gets in here, it will produce a signal. Yeah, I can. It will read. Okay, good show. From this stage, I put repeaters. Don't exactly need repeaters here, but they I'm going to need more stone, but they give me off a light that it just shows me, it just makes things so much clearer for myself to see. Do I have enough stuff? I think I do. All I need is a little building blocks. I hope I have some. I always do this. I'm never prepared. Well, I wouldn't say never. Prepared a little my day every once in a while. Oh no, I have no more deep slate. So we're going to have to change up our block palette a little bit. Do I have any stone? Maybe I have some here. There's 64. Yeah, I'm in good shape still. Oh, that's deep slate cobble. Okay, sorry about that. Now I got what I need. Barely. Gonna have to do some more resource gathering. I waste a lot of blocks. So here is where we will create a logic gate. A logic gate, what's that? In this case it's an AND gate. How this works is if items are not in any of the droppers, There'll be no output, no signal from our comparators, which nothing going through the repeater, and not powering our redstone torch so it stays lit, which powers this line of blocks, and we can put a redstone torch and it will turn off. Now that redstone torch will only turn back on, when all 4 of our systems are powered. Okay, all seems straightforward. And when it does get powered, I'll start a clock and we will. Is this water? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna need more room. I don't have time for that now, right? So we're just going to press forward with this setup. Now, each of these has to receive a signal. I do that by placing a repeater here. I'm going to run that line across and it will power all these repeaters and signal our this should work just fine. I think what I need to do though is break this line of blocks like so, and I think another line of blocks like so, and then I will be able to give myself enough room. Okay, perfect. I think we're good. Okay, now I want to be able to, though, stop these two from crafting. Alright. To do that, going to place a sticky piston below, which I bet you I didn't bring any sticky pistons, did I? No, of course I didn't. Why would I? That would be being prepared. That would just be too wise. Little creeper. Sticky pistons. Do I have sticky pistons? I have slime. Oh, I do have 2 sticky pistons. Just happens to be exactly what I need. Yeah, 2 levers too while we're here. Okay. So there we are. Now I'm prepared. What I plan on doing is placing a sticky piston down in there, and not there. Block here so I can actually place the sticky piston where I want it. So my sticky piston is right there, directly up. So I can place a lever here just to illustrate that I'm going to pull that block down. So when I power it, it'll go up, and power it when it's down. that works. Here, if I place my lever and the lever here, I may change that in the future. I just want it to simply work for now. Yeah, I think these are going to be, so I can put the lever, it'll push the block up into place. Lever, pull the block down, it'll push the block up into place. Here, I'm going to place, turn the block, oops, not there. Turn this block there, out of the hole, turn that block, and then our repeaters can go back into place. So, just like the crafter, oh geez, it's getting late again. Let's go to bed. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Don't forget to sleep. This is survival, so. Trick to survival is sleep. Don't forget to sleep. Okay, so gonna have to change this a little bit because our signal's gonna get cut off. Oh goodness. I apologize, I am the worst streamer. There's an award for the worst streamer. I'll be right up there. I'm sure I will. Do I have any more pistons? Please have pistons. Yeah, I do have pistons. 1, 2 pistons, 2 slime, and some redstone blocks. Okay. So I don't really need a crafting table to do this, but I will take my crafting table and make those sticky pistons. Okay. Now, back to the engineering here. Minecraft engineering, that is. Got to try to put this here. Break that, break that. Break that, and that floods in the water. Great. So, fortunately, I'm on the ocean, and I have to fix a few things. Break that, break that, break that. I'm going to break this. The water's going to flood in. That water's going to flood in like crazy. Okay. No problems, no problems. Do the same here. Okay, are we getting there? Getting there. So this is where I want to put my piston. Correct. So I have to do this once more. Oh boy. Something gonna do it like this. Correct. So I have to do it again on this side. And try not to drown while I do this. But I believe that should do it. Correct. So what we need to do is get a sticky piston up here. Put a temporary block here and here. Pick up this other lever that's laying over here. I'm down here now, and here's where we want to place a sticky piston. There. And this is where we want our redstone block. Right there. So we'll do the same on this side. And what this is for is the being able to select whether I want level 2 or level 3 or just simply level 1 rockets. Now, if we take redstone dust, put it's a redstone block, we put redstone dust here, here, and here. We're going to get out of here. And we do the same here, here, and here. Now what we also have to do is place a repeater here. So this way, if we select level 3 rockets, it'll power this piston and it'll power that piston, pressing up those blocks. Correct. So now we have our levers. So this lever and this lever. Currently our blocks are in the down position. So if we flip this lever, that'll raise the second one, but not the third. But if we raise this one, it will raise both because of that repeater. So regardless, this one is on or off, doesn't matter, because this one will power both. This one's for level 2 rockets. This one's for level 3 rockets. Okay. So now, with this system, I can now cover everything up. And we're back in business. So here's what's going to happen. Back here, we're going to have a clock. Oops. Can I sneak a clock underneath there? I think I can. Is there enough room? I hope so. Let's take a look. Can I sneak a line underneath here? I don't see why not. Shouldn't be a problem. So this line will come along. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I should definitely put a repeater here. There we go. I'm in business here. No problems. Okay, this clock system. So simply all I have to do, run redstone from here to here into a block with redstone torch. There. And now we just have to build a clock. Simple clock circuit. There are 2 repeaters. One repeater pointing that way, one repeater pointing that way. I'm going to slow these guys down. And now we just put redstone here and redstone there. But for some reason this is not working. I have to put redstone dust on top. No. Why doesn't that stop the clock? Okay, to redo this again. So if I put the block here, redstone dust here, or do I have to put a repeater there? No, see, that turns off the clock. Okay, my bad. Now we put repeater there, repeater there, redstone dust, and it can go there. Slow these guys down. So there. The clock does not run unless there's something in all of the droppers turning off these torches, which will turn on that torch, which will turn off this torch, which will turn on this torch, allowing our clock to run. Pulsing everything to produce rockets. Okay. I think we're in good shape. The only thing I'm lacking now is to sleep. Is to add the gunpowder so that my unbreakable paper crafter can now become unbreakable. Hello, stream of yours. Finally, I'm awake for a stream of yours. Hello, Aaron. How are you? I'm sorry I didn't see you first. I hope you're still here. I'm making rockets. I know my thumbnail said that we're doing Unbreakable Paper Crafter, which we did, but the purpose for my Paper Crafter was to make rockets. And then not only just rockets, I want to be able to make different level rockets, level 1, level 2, or level 3s. I'm almost at the position where we're ready. Gonna start feeding the system gunpowder, which I have a lot of gunpowder. So let's grab some more hoppers because I like using hoppers. And then I have to bring this rail line over into the so they're dropping the gunpowder. I have a ton of gunpowder. Back in here. Okay, so what do I got? I got some building blocks. So all these hoppers required droppers. I mean, that's the droppers. All these droppers require gunpowder. If I quit throwing things down, I could show you. 1, 2, 3, something like this. This would probably be about right. So 1, 2, 3. Can I jump? No, I can't jump. Oh boy, I'm terrible at this game. Okay, let's just build our way up here. Some more. Hold shift. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is where our tracks will run. I will put this on here. I can't reach it. Yes, I can. Can go here. I think I'll bring it one more over. Now I can run a rail line all along here. Let's try this way. I want it to be fairly tight. I don't want it to be crossing the center. I don't want to be right beside this one, but that's okay. We're doing okay. Right. Boom, boom. Looking cool. And one more. And then I'm going to build it up a little bit just so we can see that minecart going and then this minecart also. So I don't need to be that high. And of course I've run out of blocks. But if I do this right, I should have enough. Hopefully all these stuff didn't fall into any of these hoppers. Did they? Any chance? No. Any chance? Of course they did. Okay. It's the worst thing about all these riggings I got going. I break stuff and then I ends up filling everything. 10. Do I have enough blocks now? 1, 2, 3. Did it! Did it! It just runs down here. Cool. Okay, I'm back in business here. What I'm gonna need is power rail here. Probably power rails here. Am I gonna be able to do that? No. Oh my goodness. Right, this, please pick it up. Don't fall into the hoppers. Got this too close. Right. Perfect. So I can go here, here, and not there. There. So it would be good to flow down here. And then we'll get a couple more power rails, and then just the regular rails. So how are you today, Aaron? It's good to see you again. Do I have power rails? Oh, I only have 4 power rails. It's a good thing I got gold, but I think that'll be plenty. I'm pretty sure. I hope so. And maybe we'll just grab some. Paper. Let's grab some more regular rails. So I'd be sure to have enough. I've got 4 powered rails. Is that going to be enough to do what I need? I think so. So let's see how far we get here. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to put one there and one there. And then I'll put one right here. And then we have to place redstone torch there. Power block. Let's put a power rail. This will send the minecart back again. And I just need to fill these in. Perfect. Must be running out of blocks though. Oh, redstone torch there. Block, redstone torch there, powering those 2. Yep, this is where we're going to be. Short blocks. What do I got? Well, just use regular cobblestone. I suppose I could come up here and do this. Is that what's up there? Nothing. There's the 2 blocks I need. Right, don't need that. Sure. Look at that. Just happen to need 2 blocks. 1 block there. And another one here. Let's get a redstone. Everything's powered. More leads. Okay. So this needs a comparator to make this system work, which is going to power that rail. So it's going to, because we have so much gunpowder coming in, this is going to be powered. When the use up all this gunpowder and our gunpowder supply slows down a little bit, the cart will only roll just like the iron one. So how are we doing here? I think we're ready. So what I'm going to do is turn these off come they didn't turn off? Okay, now they're off. So currently I got the system, so it's pulled down those two blocks. When these repeaters signal it to drop an item, because that block is lowered, it's not going to receive the signal, and I'm only going to make powered 1 rockets. Okay, one hopper we're missing yet is here. But I did want to see, did it finally oh, it did. So we finally got enough paper in here, not a lot, that the signal strength is strong enough to power this block, turning off the dispenser, so, or the dropper, sorry. This way now it can accumulate all the bamboo at once. Once we start taking paper out of here, which I can do like so, that'll decrease the signal strength, allowing the clock to start pulsing again. Once there's enough paper in here for the signal strength to get up here, turns the clock off again, or stop producing paper. Okay, that's all working. Let's go to bed. Where's my bed? Everybody needs a good night's sleep. This is all I'm excited now. The only thing left to do is to get myself a hopper minecart. Somewhere I have one. Yes, I do have one. The other thing we need to do, we want to make sure that there's enough gunpowder in this chest. So I'm going to turn off that power, and place my minecart here, and it will rapidly fill up. Once it's full, then I'll be in good shape. Another thing with this system, now the crafter is not determined by signal strength in this case. What we're going to do is send it a pulse. We're going to assume everything is in there. We don't need any more blocks in there. But what I would like to do, need to do, set up our crafter so that it can make level 3 rockets. I'm going to put, that'll make level 1 rockets. If there's 2, make level 2 rockets. If 3, level 3 rockets. Okay, so I'm just going to set it up for 2. Okay, I must remember to place our hopper here. So the paper will now flow out of this chest and fill up this dropper. But the dropper will not transfer to the hopper line until it receives a signal. Okay. Nervous. Let's see if it works. It'd be nice if it worked. So as soon as I put redstone here, that's going to send that minecart along, fill all that, and it's gonna start spitting out. And every time it goes by, and of course my inventory's full. I got room somewhere I can unload a bit of stuff. Well, I can unload paper into here. Okay, so as we can see, what did I get? We got level 1 rockets. For some reason we got, oh, this could be a problem. See, currently we're making level 3 rockets now. I don't want it to do that. We may have to rethink this system. See, because as soon as that happens, yeah. Okay, it looks like I have to rethink my... Stop it. There. So currently we're going to make level 1 rockets. And of course I got a bunch of them laying on the ground. Well, there we have so I wonder if it would work better. No, it won't work because I got some thinking to do. But we're definitely making rockets. Yeah. The next question is, I need some chests. Instead of just spitting rockets out on the ground. Need a couple of chests. Don't need beaters, don't need this. Let's unload some stuff. Won't need redstone dust, won't need more droppers. Yeah, I definitely got to rethink how I'm doing this. Come up with another system. Because I definitely want to be able to either make level 1, 2, or 3 on demand. Of course I did. Seriously. I went up there and forgot to get the chest. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Talk about the worst streamer ever. Can you believe it? Need 2. I just need 2. Let's go. So it looks like my level 1, 2, and 3 rockets setup is not exactly working the way I was hoping. But we're definitely making. So up. 1, 2, back up a little bit. 3. Let's shoot them now. Yeah. So there we go. Now we're getting our rockets. Not getting the level 3 and the level 2 rockets that I hoped for. But that's just going to take a little bit of thinking. Yeah. Because this should work. It's because there's something in here that I will try to move it into the next location. I wonder if we simply mess with the delay so that the hopper gets signaled first. So what level? This on here. All these guys on 4 tick delays, but leave the crafter. Okay. This might work. And this. Ooh, but it loaded it. Okay. Okay, that works. So all I did was I delayed when it's getting dark again. I used the repeater for the delay, and I delay signaling the droppers. Okay, is this still working? Yes, it is. So if I flip that lever, I should get... Oh, look at that. There we go. Now we're making level 2 rockets. Right, level 2 duration. And if we flip this lever, uh-oh, takes too long. No, it still might be too. I wonder why I get an extra one there. I'm not sure why I get an extra one. Interesting. But it's working. Now getting level 3 rockets. Okay, well that was a pretty easy fix. Yeah, see, getting level 3 rockets. Let's turn this off. Now, this would be a level 3 rocket. But the extra one here, that's actually confusing me. How come we're getting 4 instead of... How come somebody's getting a double pulse? Okay, it sorted itself out. Now I'm getting level 2. I think we've got it. By George, I think we've got it. So, I can now, depending on which lever I have, and now we go back to just making level 1 rockets. Yeah. There we go. My unbreakable paper machine. Paper crafter. Just used up all its paper. And we're waiting for more bamboo. But this is full of paper. We got so many rockets. Now, duration 1s, 3s, 2s. Got them all. We did it. Simple. I don't know if you call it simple. I do want to figure out why I'm getting a double pulse when I make level 3 rockets. But apparently we're in business. The biggest thing with these crafters is the timing. Making sure the timing is right. You can't rush the crafter. It needs time to process. And level 1 rockets work great. No problem. We did it. We now have rockets production. Oh, this is getting to be so cool. Also very cool. I want to build another machine, of course, for TNT. Make some TNT, because I do like blowing things up sometimes. So having a source for TNT is kind of important. Don't fit under there anymore. I've now taken care of gunpowder surplus, except I still have a lot of gunpowder. Yeah, I got a ton of gunpowder still. Oh boy, should have built this farm a long time ago. But we're now farming rockets. And not just rockets, but we're also producing level 1, 2, and 3 rockets, all out of the same machine. Which started with my Unbreakable Paper Crafter. Well, this worked out well. I'm very pleased. A few little clock circuits. I get 3 pulses. Should only get 2. Oh, because you guys are always now. Because I'm not using the level 3. These ones will accumulate gunpowder, and yeah, they'll end up having a stockpile of gunpowder in here unless I start making level 3 rockets, which won't be a problem. Yeah, because these blocks are lowered with the sticky pistons, these droppers don't get the signal, even though it signals it to craft. But it does, it's crafting 3 times. Right. 1, 2, 3. Very cool. Our base is really starting to come together. I eventually got to put walls up. Close this off, but I need to. Well, I hope I can make it. TNT. I'm going to build a TNT crafter. Do I have space? I think I have space. Should have space. We'll have space. I'll find a way. Well, that's it for this morning. I hope you like my system. Rockets. Not exactly what you were expecting, maybe, from my thumbnail. My unbreakable sugarcane, which will also work with bamboo. Bamboo doesn't make paper, but you can make planks or sticks or what have you. With using the dropper as the regulator, slowing the speed down of the items that get pressed into the crafter. Just controlling the flow is all it takes. But another day has passed. Can't walk around. Another day has passed. And we have another farm going. A little bit of a hiccup, but just the timing issue. This has worked out well. So, for today, we've had a good day. Things are actually working the way I hoped. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Hope Hope you have a wonderful day. It's great seeing you, Aaron. And I'll be back again real soon. So for now, this is Poppasteves signing off.